Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president and founder of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that does things quite a bit differently. So I want to take the opportunity to thank you guys for joining us today and actually show you how we do things differently here. So I have my co-host Kyle. He's my partner in this venture. We have a few other partners as well that aren't going to make it today. But we'll go ahead and give you guys a quick demo of how everything works. So first, let me share my screen. So most of you probably joined the call from this page, hopefully gone through it and learned a little bit, but let me go ahead and walk through each bullet point that we have so that we can talk a little bit more. So as I mentioned, we are a non-delegated lender, but we also still do things unique where we still allow our loan officers to broker at dozens. I think it's over 54 lenders that we have now listed as brokered options, and we have 15 non-delegated correspondent investors that we can deliver to. So we are all about doing things differently and being flexible for our borrowers in order to give our borrowers the best deal, no matter if it's brokered or non-delegated. So we do that, and we're also able to take advantage in some cases where we do a correspondent loan and we're still able to make the max commission. So there are no caps on commission, but again, we want to make sure we do what serves our borrower the best. So we'll still deliver it as brokered if we need to, and that's going to be the best option for the borrower. Since we do things differently here, we're more of a different outlook. We are very passionate about leads. That's why we want to make sure we have an outlet for every borrower, because we're doing leads at a massive scale. So we basically give you guys unlimited leads. Kyle will talk about the 3 different sources that we use for those leads. But at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 split. So whatever comp plan you're on, we're going to split that lead 50-50 if you grab it from one of our different resources. So there's a lot of cool places we get leads from, which we'll actually show you here in a minute. We are also from, as someone mentioned before we started the call today, the technology side. So I myself and Kyle, we've owned many different companies and spent millions of dollars on ads and building platforms for our companies as far as our CRM and coding. So we have no monthly fees. We're very passionate about not having any fees for our employees. And we do that by actually programming everything you're about to see start to finish ourselves, so that we don't have other third parties we have to actually pay fees to. So you'll see exactly how everything works here in a minute when Kyle does a demo. Included with that, what we've programmed is a free proprietary mortgage CRM. So, basically a CRM that does everything we need. I originate loans every day, and I've built this from the ground up for us, by us. So typical CRM, but it's actually built for exactly what we do here and why we're passionate about leads. And also included in there is a dialer, just like any other CRM system that you have. Excuse me there. And you'll be able to see how that works when Kyle does a quick demo here. Also included with for every one of our loan officers and in our integrated system is a custom website. So just like you're looking at here right now, every one of our team members instantly has a website available in order to take leads and take those leads all the way through the application. So we have an integration where we built a 3.4 application where we can actually generate the 3.4 file and have the customers input their data directly on our website through our CRM. So they never have to go anywhere else to do the application. And it's all integrated with the Compass, all that kind of good stuff, all the way start to finish through the flow. Not only are we passionate about giving you guys leads at a 50-50 split, we love to get your guys' own leads in the system. So if you guys already have leads set up, great. Kyle will show you how that works. We'll grab your webhook, throw them in the system, get them pumping through our lead generating CRM system, and basically turn those leads into deals. Or if you don't have any leads already set up, Kyle will show you guys how to set that up with either purchasing some from our sources or purchasing from other sources, and show you how to put those into the system. Now, myself, when I do loans and my customers, I'm very passionate about the DSCR loan. So a lot of people know that name now. It's very popular today since the conventional business dried up. But we've been doing DSCR loans for over 3 years. So we're very specialized in that. And that's what we love to cater to, is those types of investors, which also allows us to do loans outside of our footprint. So if we're doing business purpose loans in an LLC or any kind of entity, we can do those in over 30 states with really no restrictions on our licensing, because most states allow you to do commercial loans without necessarily having a license. So allows us to generate leads for you guys in states that you might not necessarily be licensed, and for you guys to do deals. And myself, when I work with my customers, my investors, they always have 5, 10, 20 properties, and they're never in the same state, right? So I want to be able to service them and do their main properties that are probably in a state I have a license. But if they have a property or an investment property in a state that I'm not licensed, I can still do that outside of my footprint, as long as we're doing these business purpose loans, which are great for our investors. Another thing we're very passionate about is support. So coming from FDIC bank to a non-delegated a correspondent to a broker to everything in between, we found that one of the main things lacking in pretty much all of the setups is really support. So we want to make sure we help you guys actually structure deals one-on-one. Also, we do team calls, just like we're doing right now, where we can actually go through and do some learnings and some trainings. But we love to actually get in there, roll up our sleeves, and actually take over your screen, help you get unstuck when you're stuck on DU, or help you structure a file that might be tough, business purpose file, a commercial file you might not be used to, etc. So a lot of things that we do differently. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Now let me get to the next part, which is probably what most of you are here for, is to learn about how much you can make. So now that we are our own lender, again, we've done this as a branch, as FDIC bank, a broker, non-delegated, delegated, and we found kind of the best niche for us and how we do leads and generate leads at scale. And also these plans are kind of set up how we generate leads. So again, if these are different, don't worry, we'll talk through them a little bit. But we have 3 main plans. Our senior loan officer plan is what we want to get everybody up to, right? Once you start doing some loans with us, learn our system, we want to upgrade everybody to making 200 basis points on their loans. So our base comp, once you're a senior loan officer and you're rocking and rolling, is 200 basis points on conventional non-QM, which is 2% commission, which is most of everything we do. Obviously, there's different commission on like reverse mortgages, you can make more, on like HELOCs, you make less, etc. But pretty much everything we do is right there, 200 basis points for the conventional non-QM deals, 2%. And if you take a company lead, that would be 50% split. So you would make 100 basis points or 1% commission. We've already kind of went through this. It comes with all the great stuff. The one thing to mention here is that as a senior loan officer, you're going to receive leads generated from the other plans. So let's get into the other plans that are going to be sending you leads because they're not necessarily up to speed on how to close loans and do loans to the best of their ability. That would be our regular loan officers, and our loan officer assistants can refer deals to the senior loan officer to make sure those loans get closed. And obviously the senior loan officer has used our system. So if you guys want to start with our team, we have our loan officer plan that everybody has to start on. Even if you've closed 1,000 loans, we want to make sure you close a few loans in our system. So once you close 5 loans, we'll immediately upgrade you to senior loan officer. We just want to make sure we can work with you hand in hand on those first few loans and actually get you through our system, which is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. On our loan officer plan, again, just because we're going to help you one-on-one on your first few loans, it's 150 basis points for the regular stuff, conventional, non-QM, the stuff we do on a daily basis. That's 1.5% commission. If you take a lead and you're on this plan, it would be 75 basis points or 0.75% commission. So still a great opportunity to get your first 5 deals in there at 75 basis points, get your learning underneath you, and then go ahead and upgrade to a senior loan officer. Now, for those of you who may be new to the business, maybe aren't quite ready to close a loan on your own, maybe not quite ready to sign that loan application and take on all the responsibility that entails with signing that loan application, we have our loan officer assistant plan. So we found that a lot of people aren't quite ready to jump in with both feet. That's no problem. We still would love to train you and team you up with a senior loan officer so you can learn how to do your first few deals and then start signing the loan application and really becoming a loan officer. So this is a misnomer a little bit, guys. I want you to understand, these are still loan officers. These are still licensed, because to make a commission on a loan, you have to be licensed. But these are for people who maybe don't want to sign the loan application yet, want to learn more about the industry, maybe just getting back into it, maybe just starting, and maybe scared to sign that loan application and take that deal on head on. No problem. You can still make amazing compensation, 75 basis points or 0.75% commission. And what we do is we refer that deal to a senior loan officer. They already know what they're doing. They know what buttons to click. They know how to disclose. They know how to do the CD. They know how to push the loan through closing, all that good stuff. And you're still going to make 75 basis points, which is probably more than what most of you are coming from if you're coming from, more of a call center starter type of environment. So we want to have all these different plans for you guys. Just know that the loan officer assistant, you still need a license, because to make basis points, you need a license, obviously. But you're not going to sign loan applications. You're going to refer those deals to a senior, someone who knows how to do loans 100%. And they're going to get that deal done. So that way you guys both make more money at the end of the day. And you're going to be an assistant on that loan, right? You're not an assistant to a person. You're not an assistant to the company. You're not a salaried assistant. You're an assistant on that loan because you generated that loan. It's your family, your friend, someone you do business with, whatever it came from. It was your lead, but you weren't ready to take that loan application. So you're going to be the assistant. You're still going to communicate with your family, friend, whoever you referred. You're going to collect documents, and you're going to work with that senior loan officer to close that deal. So we found that this is kind of the best of both worlds, where we're able to take the people who maybe are new, team them up with a senior loan officer to really get those deals done at the end of the day and make sure everybody makes more money at the end of the day. And remember, senior loan officer, there is no button to join this because you do have to join as a loan officer. We appreciate everybody that's done thousands of loans before and has tons of experience. We just want to make sure you learn our system. Go ahead and take a few leads, to get, your feet underneath you. We don't mind if you do those first couple of deals with company leads or whatever, but everybody does have to join on this plan to start. And then once you close your first 5, we'll immediately upgrade you. Now, normally we would go on to a little bit of a demo and video and stuff about how the software works, but we have Kyle here who can actually show you guys a live demo of exactly how everything works. So you ready there, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so when you come on board, obviously we'll do a full training on everything. I just want to highlight a couple features here of our system. And as Nick said, we programmed this ourselves. So some really cool features here for loan officers. Now, this is our basic CRM, right? Probably like most of them, you take your notes, send your emails, send your text. They stack up in chronological order, set reminders. You can set them on action plans, drip campaigns to automatically text and email them over time, all that kind of good stuff, right? But what really sets us apart is our really cool quoting system. So you can come into our system and within 2 minutes, you can take 6 pieces of info from the client. You can pull the rates through our API with Optimal Blue, and you can spit out a nice quote like this that's sent via text and email to the client that looks like this, where they have their rate choices. They can see what these things mean. They could buy the rate down, whatever it may be. The proposed loan info here, it pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically. It puts the monthly breakdown of taxes, insurance, all that kind of stuff for the payment, the estimated closing fees, and most importantly, you right here as the loan officer looking all nice and professional with your contact info. And you can add a realtor to this quote. So if you have a realtor partner that's sending you deals or they have a realtor, you can put your realtor right here. Let me tell you, your realtor partners absolutely love this. They know when they send you a client that not only you're going to quote them quickly, get them that information, but you're going to keep their realtor right in front of their face saying, hey, we are your team for this transaction that's going to push this deal across the finish line for you. I promise you realtors are going to send you deals every time instead of some other loan officer who's just emailing their client some random text numbers of some type of quote or idea. When you're spitting out this nice pretty quote within minutes and attaching the realtor to it. Now, the coolest part about this is that your client can go ahead and start their application right here. And let me show you what it looks like on their side. They pop into their borrower portal here and make a password. They now start their loan application right here with the built-in 1003 right here in the system. They can upload their documents. We're going to ask for the basic documents we need for that type of deal. They can start uploading their documents. They can see the loan info, the milestone of where the loan is at. So they have this nice borrower portal where they can upload everything, and it takes them right to that, right? When they say, yes, I'm going to start my loan application from the quote. Now, let me show you what it now looks like on your end. Now you have your docs tab here. You can see everything they uploaded, download the 1003 and all that. But most importantly, you can request documents. Let's say you need 12 months of bank statements. You can save that. It's going to ask them for 12 months of bank statement. Let's say that you need to say, hey, this isn't going to be a conventional loan anymore. This is going to be a DSCR loan. Okay, well, let's replace that. And let's save those changes. Now it's asking them what we need for a DSCR loan or a VA loan or whatever it is you want to change it to, right? We can also request signatures right here and say, hey, I need them to sign this, save changes. It lets them know you need to sign it, and they can click right here and sign it with our integrated e-sign. They don't even have to leave the page to sign these documents. And then last but not least, of course, custom document types. An underwriter asks for something random, you can put it in there, right? So basically everything is right here in the system, right? Now, after we have all their documents, their 1003 and all that kind of good stuff, we're obviously going to download everything, put it into Encompass, all that kind of good stuff, and actually originate the loan. And then we're going to put it in our pipeline tab, where we're going to keep track of this loan, where the loan is, what investor or lender it's at, and most importantly, the milestone that it's at, right? When the appraisal is received, we're going to move this to appraisal received. It's going to ask us if we want to send that status change to the client and the realtor. So if you keep this checked, it just sent an email to the client and the realtor saying, hey, the appraisal has been received. The number one complaint about loan officers from realtors and clients is lack of communication, right? We're going to make sure we keep not only you organized, us organized as management, but also the client and the realtor updated at all times as you go through here in the milestones, right? So that is how we're going to take a lead from being a lead to communicating with that lead, to quoting that lead, to collecting all the documents, to tracking the loan, all the way through start to finish, all in this one system, right? The only login you need here is this one system. Like Nick said, we built it for us, by us, so everything is here, easy start to finish, right? Now, let's talk about the leads that come in, right? Let's talk about how these leads work. We're really big on leads, as Nick said. So you're going to get text messages throughout the day with leads from us, from our Facebook campaigns, and I'll have Nick talk about that a little bit more. But people are going to be clicking on our ads, mostly from Facebook, and they're going to double opt in to be contacted. That second, you're going to get a text message to your phone. You're going to click that link to claim that lead, and you're going to call them within the first minute right away, right? Those are the leads that we're giving you first and foremost. Those are the hot, fresh leads from Facebook. That's what we kill it with. They're double opted in. They're clicking on cool programs. They're coming to your phone and you're calling them right away, right? So that's the first and foremost way that we are going to give you leads. Another way that we're going to give you leads is through our auto dial. So we have lead lists in here of leads that came through Facebook, also cold call lists, also realtor lists where you can call hundreds of realtors in a day. You can call 300-400 people a day and breeze through them and drop automatic texts and emails with one button and then move on right to the next call, right? You just have your headphones in and you're just going next, drop the messages. All this is automated. You can call hundreds of people in a day with the auto dialer, with the leads that we provide you here in the dialer. So that's another way that we provide you leads. The next way we provide you leads is that you can purchase them yourself. So if you want those same leads that we're giving you via text at no upfront cost, you want more of them and you want no lead split on them, you want to keep 100% of the commission and not do a lead split, you can purchase them. So you can purchase these packages. They're going to go directly to you, right? And they're not going to have a lead split on them. And so you can purchase these. It's something you don't have to purchase them from us, right? But these are the same leads we're going to be giving you inserted into the system in real time. And that's something you can do to fill your pipeline. An example of this is one of our newer loan officers, Nicole. She just closed her first loan as a loan officer, $1,060,000 loan. Our partner, Jose, who's not on the call, he is our loan guy. He's been a loan officer and a realtor for 26 years. He helped her turn this loan that was denied at another lender. He turned it into a P&L deal, a profit and loss statement instead of a conventional loan, and he got the deal done. It was from one of our leads, but it was our lead that she purchased. So out of her $16,000 commission on her first loan she's ever done, it was a lead from us, but that she purchased. So she saved $8,000 because she purchased that lead, right? Either way, it's one of our leads. Those are the type of leads we're getting, big leads, investor leads. And again, she took a lead that got denied somewhere else. We have all these cool programs, and Jose was able to help her structure it as a P&L file, push it across the finish line. A $1 million deal for your first deal is absolutely insane. And like I said, she walks away with $16,000 on her first deal, right? So great thing you can do here is purchase leads to fill your pipeline, and you'll still get the leads that we give you, right? Our leads that we're giving you at no upfront cost, but you can fill your pipeline with more. The fourth way that we provide leads here, or provide a system to work leads here, is to import leads. So if you purchase leads from Zillow or wherever you want to purchase leads from, most places have a Zapier connection, and you can take your webhook here and you can zap them into our CRM in real time. So you can go purchase leads from wherever. You use your webhook, or you can do your own Facebook campaigns. You could use the webhook in Zapier to do your own Facebook campaigns and still shoot them into our system in real time. So you get a text message, call them, quote them, gather the documents, all of that same stuff, just like if it's a lead that we gave you, but it's your own lead that you purchase from anywhere else that you want. And of course, there's no lead split, right? This is just a cool way to bring your leads into the system. So whether it's the leads we give you at no upfront cost, or it's the leads that are in the auto dialer for you, or they're leads that you purchased from us, or leads that you purchased from elsewhere. Every type of way that we can get you leads and give you the ability to work leads is here in the system. Now, what I'm going to do is have Nick talk a little bit about the type of leads we get and why. So let me go ahead and stop sharing here. Let me bring Nick in here. And Nick is a lead guy, right? So before we started this company, he was a lead generator, right, for all of our companies, but we also own a marketing agency. And so we don't just do it for us, we do this for other people. So Nick is certified by Facebook as a digital marketing associate and a media planning professional, and certified by Google as a Google ad search specialist, I think is what it's called. And so this is what we do, right? We're not a mortgage company that buys leads from somewhere else. We're actually more of marketing programmers that program the website. We do leads, that teamed up with Jose of 26 years of experience as a mortgage loan officer, and we formed this company. So that's why we're a lot different. We're really a marketing, lead, and programming company that turned into a mortgage company, as opposed to all these mortgage companies trying to do what we already do, right? And get leads, generate leads, buy leads from anywhere else. We don't buy leads from other people, right? Our leads are exclusive, always exclusive to you. We never share leads, and they're always our leads that we purchased from our campaign. So with that being said, let me have Nick talk a little bit about the type of leads we get and why, since he's kind of the lead master. And then we'll get into some questions. So go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, so basically in all our different instances, anytime we're looking for an opportunity, we always want to do something new. So the first thing that we always want to do is make sure we do the opposite of what all the big guys that are spending billions with a B on advertising are doing, right? So for one, we don't have that kind of budgets, and for two, we don't want to compete with them and do the same thing they're doing. We want to do something unique and different and offer, you know, a unique proposition. So first off, we're going to do the exact opposite of what everybody else does, right? So we don't want to focus those regular products. So what we've been specializing in for the last 3 years is advertising specifically to the customers that you know, the big guys, the Rockets, the Loan Depots aren't advertising to, which are the people who do not have W-2 income and do not have standard loans. So, excuse me, okay, got me sick. We're able to get those products that you guys now know about, non-QM, super popular now, but we've been doing it for the last 3 years, because we're going to hit those customers that don't get offered products. We're going to satisfy them with the products that we have, which are obviously the non-QM offerings that they maybe don't know exist, or they haven't really talked to someone who knows how to do them the correct way. And we're going to offer the best pricing. Obviously, once we structure those deals, we're obviously going to be better or as good a pricing as any other lender out there. We're not going to be gouging people. So at the end of the day, we don't get shopped or any of those types of things that you guys might be familiar with when you're doing more of call center type activity, where everybody's just looking for a better rate. What we're going to do is we're going to set you guys up with better leads that are looking for advisors, right? You're going to set you up with entrepreneur that might have, you know, 10 rental properties or 10 LLCs. Nobody else, no Loan Depot, no Rocket's going to sit there and do the calculations to do a conventional loan with someone like that, but we will, right? So we're going to advertise something that they didn't know exists, like a bank statement loan, but we're still going to go through and see if they qualify conventional. And so we're still going to go through and do the work on every single lead. They're going to love us because we're going to actually want their business and work for their business and show them the value that we have by providing the products, but also doing the calculations that nobody else is willing to do. And at the end of the day, as Kyle always wants to, you know, caution you guys that we obviously get them with the non-QM, but at the end of the day, these investors that have 10, 20 properties, they still have a primary home, but they still want to get conventional rates on, right? So we still do their primary as conventional. We still do their second home, you know, their vacation homes as conventional, but then our investors, these guys that we're getting from these leads, have 10, 20, 30, 100, 200 other properties all over the place that we're going to do DSCR loans for. So we still have a good mix of conventional loans, but I want to make sure you guys know that we're advertising something different, something unique, something that makes us special. And we want to back that up with teaching you guys how to service these clients and really talk to these investors or these self-employed entrepreneur type people that don't get service from the big guys. So We always want to make sure we do something different, but at the end of the day, we're still going to see if they qualify conventional. We're still going to do our job. We're still going to do all the standard calculations, and then we're going to have the products. If they don't meet those, calculations for conventional, we're going to have the products to service them. So it's really a home run when you guys follow the formula here and kind of walk through the steps with us. We get them in, we hook them, and they're not going to look anywhere else. They're not going to shop you because you're their guy, right? When you're their guy for 10 investment properties, you're going to be their guy for their primary home. You're going to be their guy for their vacation property. Matter of fact, one of my investors right now, I'm his guy for he's listing his investment property, and it was so difficult to close a non-warrantable condo DSCR that he's like, hey, I'm going to list you as the lender, right? So just because I did a good deal, a good job on the purchase 2 years ago, now I'm getting the listing. I'm listed in MLS as like the exclusive lender because I knew how to do that deal when nobody else did, and I took the time and provided that service. So I want to teach all you guys how to do that and how to win deals over time, and not just be a refi shop, right? That's not what we are. If you guys are looking for that, then that's probably not going to suffice for you. We're looking for people that want to do leads at scale, massive scale, but also do different types of leads and learn new things. So you provide value to those customers and those investors over time that don't get service from the big boys. So is that good enough for you, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. So before I go ahead and, whoops, here, let me add you back in. Before we go ahead and open up to questions real quick here, I do want to talk about, Nick talked about a few of them, but just to touch on the different types of programs we have. We have everything under the sun. As Nick said, we have almost 50 broker outlets here, as well as, our correspondent where we are the lender and we're funding the loan. But if not, we can broker it out, right? So we have everything from obviously conventional FHA, VA, USDA, all the way to DSCR, fix and flip, short-term rental, ground up construction, land, giant units, true commercial, all kinds of stuff. Basically anything that's out there we have, because as Nick said, we're doing leads on a massive scale. We have to make sure that we have a place to put every lead so we're not wasting our money on leads, right? So that's why we have essentially every program under the sun. Now, the last thing I'm going to do here, just to share my screen real quick, is talk about the next steps. So when you are ready to join, you're going to go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join. I'll drop it in the chat here actually. And you're going to pick the plan that works best for you, right? And we'll go over that a little bit more in the questions as well. You're going to click join on the plan that works best for you. It's going to take you to fill out a form. And then once you submit that form, it's going to take you to sign the compensation agreement. Now you don't need to sign it right away, right? You can wait. It's going to email you a copy, take your time, look it over, whatever you want to do. When you're ready to move forward, once you sign that agreement, that is when we will reach out with the next steps. We'll send you an email with the next steps. So that way we can get your full employment agreements, your employment ID documents, walk you through how to let us sponsor you in the NMLS and all that kind of good stuff, right? So first step, sign up. Once you sign that initial agreement, then we'll reach out with the next steps here. So with that being said, Nick, why don't you go ahead and stop recording and we can get